everybody, it's Kelly Acheson at AStampAbove.com coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. This video is going to show you how to make the matching gift box for the card that I just showed you. So these are super easy. Let me show you how I made them. We are using the gift bag punch board. This is a neat little tool to make gift bags, but we're going to make this little gift box out of it, or a little gift pouch. I don't know what you'd like to call it. We're going to start with mint macaron cardstock, and this is 7 inches by 10 inches. And you're going to put it into your punch board, and you push it all the way up in there so that it's straight, and it's lined up with this start line. It's a start line right here. So you're going to line your paper up with that start line. And each time we move our paper, we're going to punch it. And then we are going, the first line we're going to do is going to be on the small. This is a small size. So S, small, medium, large. We're going to go with small, and you're going to score. And then you also score, oh, kidding me? Do you see what I just did? So don't do that. Don't push so hard that when you come off the end of the board that you poke a hole through your paper, because that's not good. Don't worry, I'm prepared. I have another piece ready. So we're going to start over, and we're going to be a little more careful. Punch on the start line here, and we're also going to score on the small or the S line, and then you need to do this, and don't go beyond the edge. I'm also going to pull this over a little bit and score right over here where we couldn't get into. So now we've got a score line here and here. Then we are going to go over, so our score line is on that little thing that sticks out there, that little pointer deal. And we are going to score around this triangle, down the middle, and across, and also on the side, because this is the side of our box right now, or our bag. Then we're going to go to this last score line, put it into the pointer, and this is the front. This was the front, this is the back of our box. So we're going to do a small, and again, score here, and punch. Oh, I'm forgetting to punch. Don't forget to punch. Let's go back and punch those. There we go. So we've got those 2 punches there. Now we've got this last score line. We're going to go all the way over. Put that at the pointer. This is another side, so we need to do our triangle and this. Did I punch yet? Nope, I didn't. So you have to punch that. And whoops. Let's go back here. Once you punch that, you also need to do the side line. So I'll show you here in a second what we have, but we need to punch that too. So we're going to punch that last score line. And this is what you have. So we've got the side and the side, front, back, and the edge that we're going to glue under. You're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut this right off. We don't need that little tab. And I cut it on an angle because it'll just go together better that way. Now there's one other thing we need to do before we're done, but I'm going to put my scoring knife back in here so I don't lose it, because I know me pretty good. Now we're going to bring in our paper cutter, and we are going to put our box in our paper cutter so that this little tab that we have down here is at the bottom. We're going to take it up to 2 3/4 of an inch, and we're going to cut from the bottom all the way up to that final score line. Just like that. Okay, so here's our little tab. We're going to go all the way up here because we don't need this part. Now you could put it in your paper trimmer and you could cut this one, but what I've found is as I've made these other boxes, it doesn't cut right on the edge of that score line, and I don't like it because I'm kind of picky that way. So I'm just going to cut right like that. And this part, we're not going to use that, so we can get rid of it. Bone folder, here we go. You can fold this either way, it really doesn't matter. But we're going to fold on all the score lines and burnish them, as the English would say. Hi, my English friends. I just learned from Sam Hammond that I have some fans in the UK. And so I wanted to give a shout out to those gals over there. It made my day when she told me that. You guys are too sweet. So I'm glad that you're following me, and I hope you will enjoy this project. And my people in the US too. And Australia, I have some fans over there. But special shout out to Sam's downline, because she told me you guys have been following me. So that's really cool. All right, we're going to put some glue on this tab. And you can use sticky strip or tear tape or fast fuse. I choose to use glue. Now the easiest way to go is just to close it like that. Bam. And this is our cutie patootie little box. It goes together like this. These little sides, you just kind of push them in. This is going to be our little box. And one more thing I want to do with this stiff piece here, I want to take my bone folder. Maybe you should do this before you glue your box together. It might be easier. It's kind of tricky to do this backwards because you can't go like this right from the back. So turn it over like this and see if you can get it this way. But you want to break down your paper fibers just a little bit so your top starts curling like that, because it's going to be nicer when we get it all together. Now, we've got two more pieces here. This is our Pop of Pink Designer Specialty Paper. This piece is 2.5 by 2 3/4, and this one is 2.5 by 5.5. I've got my little Project Life corner rounder here, so you want to grab a corner rounder, and I like to put mine in upside down so I can see what's going on. I'm going to round off 2 corners here, and also round off this flap that's on our box. Not wanting to stay in here right. There we go. I usually like to go from the bottom, but my paper's curled, so it's trying to tuck up in there. I'm going to glue these pieces on first before I glue my box together. Ooh, the rest of the way. Because it's easier to do this stuff when it's flat. So try to remember that when you're making boxes. Make sure I get this straight, and then we're going to take this piece and put this right on here. There we go. All right, here's our little box. Fold in your flaps, and I did use my fast fuse here because it would go on there and I knew I wouldn't have to wait for my glue to dry for my box to stay together. And hang on while I get this fuzzy hair out of here. Looks like a piece of my sweater I wore yesterday. Put some more on here. There we go. Now I'm going to hold this up and make sure that my box is squared up here before I press it down, and then put my hand in from the inside and press it down nicely. Now you could use Velcro if you wanted, but I had these magnets, something that I bought a long time ago. They're called power magnets, and isn't this the cutest little thing? Look at this little pack of magnets. So I'm going to take 2 of them because we need one for the flap and one for the inside. And here's how I did it. My magnets are stuck together there. I'm going to unstick them. These are really powerful little magnets. So you want to make sure you know which one is the inside and which one is the outside. So I'm going to take my magnet, and now I am going to put a mini glue dot on this side of my magnet, and I am going to stick it right inside my box. Can you see that? Just like that. So I've got my magnet in there. And now I'm going to take this magnet and throw it at it because it sticks, right? These are really powerful little magnets. And my magnet needs to go right there. So now I need to put a mini glue dot on the outside of my magnet that's stuck to the inside one. And I want to make sure that this isn't overlapping or sticking off my magnet. And now I'm going to push this together and line this up and hold that down just a little bit. See if I can. And I like to kind of pull it off of there if I can, and now push it on there good and tight. Okay, so isn't that cute? Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Whoever you give this to is going to think that they are extremely special to you because you made this stinking cute little box with the magnets. Now I've got my bow tire, and I'm going to take some black twine, and I'm going to hold on to one end so I have about, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches hanging off. And I'm going to wrap this around 3 times. And then I'm going to cut this and tie my bow. If you've never seen one of these, I'll see if I can put a link to my video in the comment section on YouTube. But this is the bow tire, and I did 3 of them. So now I'm just going to pull out that little nail and spread these apart because I want there to be lots of little tails, right? Isn't that cute? Love it. And we need another mini glue dot. And we'll put this right on the front of our little pouch. I'm excited about this little pouch. Now I have to have somebody that has a birthday, and depending on who they are, I could give them some candy. And that's a easy, inexpensive little thing to do, right? Or I could buy them some jewelry. I'm just going to put that right in the center. And then I'm going to find my Glimmer paper flower. Now here's what I did with this. I took my dimensionals and I cut one in half. And I put half of it at the top of that flower and the other half at the bottom like this. Because I just wanted it to have lots of coverage. And I'm going to bring my flower in here and stick it right over top. These are really, really strong magnets. Okay, so there's the front of our box. And last but not least, we are going to take a Sharpie marker and color one of these rhinestones black so that we can add that to the center of our flower. Wasn't that simple? I told you it was going to be easy, right? So here are all 3 of them. We have Sweet Sugar Plum, Bermuda Bay, and Mint Macaron. And then we have all of our matching cards. Super, super cute. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to earn your business. You can pop me an email at kelly@astampabove.com, and also go over and check out my my blog, astampabove.com. I've got a lot of great projects on there, and I put out a video twice a week at a minimum, so lots of great ideas to share with you. Add a little sparkle to someone's day. Send them a card.